Alright, we're getting ready to clean an apartment. We clean this about once a month, and they get it pretty dirty every month. There's some fresh candy on the carpet. We're going to try a new sprayer out that we got. It's a battery powered sprayer, so we won't have to sit there and pump it up all the time. And this is what the carpet looks like. We're not going to show a whole lot of the cleaning on this one, maybe just the living room. All of this is from having a dog. They have a dog that goes to the bathroom in the house constantly, and they just once a month they get the carpet cleaned.
We'll show a little bit of bonnet cleaning, but we're pretty much making this video to show spraying with the Hudson sprayer, because there's not a lot of videos out on YouTube, so we decided we'd make one. So anyway, here we're going to start up.
I don't want to get too close to it because it oversprays. So this is supposed to spray about 10 hours on a charge, and it takes about 8 to 10 hours to charge it back up, so you can use this for a pretty good day and then charge it up that night and have it ready for the next day. We'll see how well it holds up. And I'll put a link in the video description so you can go look at the sprayer and see some of the other details on it.
It's wet. Now the thing is we used to use the pump sprayers, and the pump sprayers, come on back here, the pump sprayers, they spray pretty hard, but your spray is never, it never stays consistent. So we got sick of it, we got sick of pumping, and we decided to get this. We've been talking about it for a while, and the last time I did a job with the pump sprayer, I was like, that's it, order this off Amazon, I'm fed up.
Yeah, so it's a little easier. You just walk around and spray stuff instead of having to stop and pump.
You don't have to stop and pump. Your spray stays consistent. It doesn't get strong and weak. It just sprays the same the whole time. It'll spray for 10 hours, so you can do a ton of jobs. Lots of jobs before you have to charge it. And you charge it up for 10 hours at a time when you run it down. So, but you got tons and tons of work ahead of you before that happens.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pause the video here. He's gonna go ahead and spray the rest of the apartment. Still has a living room to do, and then we'll start up when we start cleaning with the bonnet. So stay tuned.
Well, if you're into bonnet cleaning and you've been using a pump sprayer all this time like we have, this is a real nice break from that. By now I haven't been stopped to pump with the old pump sprayer. Either that or my pressure would be way down and I'd be using low pressure because I was too lazy to pump. This is far different from them days. Now the pump sprayer sprays out harder, I'm going to say that right now, but this consistency, I'm getting a better overall coating of the carpet because I'm not having the pressure let off and having a weak spray and a strong spray. This is the same all across the board. This is far better. This sprayer has Bak-Pak straps on it. I guess to some people it might be heavy. To me, it's not a big deal, but if you're a little guy, it might weigh a lot. If you got it holds 4 pounds of liquid.
4 gallons.
So, 4 gallons. I'm sorry, 4 gallons of liquid, and the machine it weighs a little bit because it's got a battery. I'm going to guess it weighs 12 to 15 pounds dry. So you can get it up to 25 pounds, pretty heavy, that you have to carry this way, or you can put it on your back with the straps, and there's no, and it's comfortable. I've tried it on my back, and it does work fine. But it don't spray out hard like a pump sprayer, I'll tell you that. But it's nice. The carpets, they're real wet.
Turn around, hold it up, and we'll see the switch and stuff on it.
Yeah, it's got the power switch right here, which I'll turn off. And when I turn it off, I get any air or anything else out of the line.
So it's got a fuse, and then that's the little charging
Yeah, charge port.
socket.
It's nice.
So it works pretty good. I'll put like I said, there's a link in the video description if you can see that, and you can go and check it out, get more details if you want. There's not a lot of videos on YouTube to show much about it. So, I mean, as far as that goes,
we're going to start putting them
yeah,
on.
we'll try to put up some videos showing how it really works and everything. But stay tuned. I'm going to pause, and then we're going to start the bonnet cleaning. All right.
Now here's the deal with this carpet. They have a dog that pees everywhere. Pees and poops all over this place. So today, instead of using our typical cleaner, I'm just using vinegar and water. I put enough vinegar in that you can smell it, but I'm just putting vinegar down, and it will clean the carpets if they're not heavily soiled. I don't recommend it on real trash carpets, but on this, it'll be fine. And that vinegar smell, it may help to break up some of the smell of the dog urine and dog feces. So, we're not cleaning with a heavy chemical. Now the carpets come and clean. That's actually the power of the Oreck Orbiter, because it's aggressive scrubbing. So, but we're not using a heavy chemical on this at all. Just vinegar and water.
And this is one of those jobs that they do this every month, but they don't want to spend any money.
They're cheap.
Yeah, so they got it down to where they do all the vacuuming if there's any vacuuming involved.
And they don't do a good job vacuuming.
No, they don't do a very good job, but it's their apartment, and they're the ones that have to live with the results, and they really don't care about the carpets too much. They just clean them because they'll get in trouble with the manager.
They don't care about anything, just
Yeah.
staying out of a mess.
So we've kind of got, with the attitude they have towards it, we kind of got it down to things. Like we come up here and run the Oreck Orbiter over the carpets real quick, and we're done. And a lot of times, they don't even want us to do anything but spray water down because they're very paranoid about
soap
about
germs
chemicals. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you spray down any kind of chemical at all, they get real paranoid that they're going to get poisoned.
And we never use an extractor in here. If you ever get like a rug doctor or any other extractor, don't extract if you haven't done a thorough vacuuming. When people won't pay you to vacuum, then you don't use an extractor at their house. You use a machine like this. If these people would pay us to vacuum, we'd probably do this and then extract afterwards. But they're not paying us to do we have different charges depending on how much work we do. And on an apartment that's a one-bedroom, we don't vacuum for less than $20 ever. We don't do it for $5 or $10. I mean, that's it. We don't do the stuff for dirt cheap.
So what they're going to do is come home, and they're going to let the manager see the carpet, and then they're going to put the dog down, and he's immediately going to go back to
Tonight.
He's going to start using the bathroom all over the place, and they're going to sit there and watch him while they watch TV. So.
And then a month or two from now,
Yeah.
they'll have this all over again.
So it's kind of one of those things. You want to do a good job for people, but sometimes you have people that they only very reluctantly have anything done, and their attitude is bad about everything. So
These people don't care if the carpet's clean or not.
No.
They just care about getting in trouble.
we have to do this about every month, sometimes more than once a month, and we just go over it real quick and get it looking decent, and then probably 2 or 3 days later, it's completely back to like it was before we started, and it's because they just don't care. They spill drinks all over the place, and and they're nice, but they just don't care about their carpets.
They don't care about anything.
Yeah. So this is not one of those jobs that we don't put a lot into it because we're going to be back up here, and probably before the month's even out, we're going to be up here having to clean it again. Yeah, it actually sounds kind of awful, but if you have someone who just basically constantly wants you to clean their carpet, but they don't want to spend any money, then you'll get to where you just don't want to do a whole lot of extra stuff for them because they don't appreciate anything, and they're not willing to pay you an extra penny. If we'd extract the whole carpet for an extra penny, they'd say no, that's okay, we don't want it done.
Well, with our service, we charge for vacuuming, then we charge for using this to pre-scrub, and then we charge for extracting. We will even charge you to groom your carpets with a rake if your carpets are not in really good condition where it's easy. And so people want to buy, what you call the cheaper service, which is where we come up here and they do the vacuuming and we do this and we don't do nothing else. If you're not getting paid, you don't work.
Yeah. When we do carpets for the company that owns this complex, they get everything.
We do everything.
Yeah, that's negotiated into the price that we charge.
But this is for residents.
Yeah, when we do a reduced rate for the residents so they can afford to get the carpets cleaned, and so we charge them for every little thing because they're
nasty.
It depends on what they want done, and we still give them a good rate, but it still is one of those things that when we go in and they haven't vacuumed their carpets in weeks, months, years, we're not going to go in there and clean all that stuff up and not charge them for vacuum. Okay, this is how the bedroom came out, and the lighting in here is kind of funky because it's been cloudy all day. It's going to rain, so it's kind of hard to tell. If you go back on our channel, you could see this. We probably have 20 videos that show this apartment, and this carpet's 15 years old, and it's so worn out. There's not a lot that can really be done with it anymore.
It's worn out, but it comes clean.
Yeah.
We clean it every month, but it looks clean, but you can't fix where worn out carpet. All you can do is clean it, and that's what we do.
Well, basically that's it for this one. And you got to see how the sprayer works, and the bonnet cleaning, you got to see that. Just with water and vinegar, it still got the carpet really clean. Everything came basically out. Let me turn on just a second. There. Yeah, that doesn't help.
It's the other one.
Say turn the light on. And
turn it on.
It doesn't help. It just makes it worse. Let me open the front door for a second. Maybe get a little more. Maybe some more light will come in.
The more you can see it, the worse it looks.
Yeah.
Because they got it so shot out.
We got it fairly clean. Most of the stains that get in this carpet, they're only in there for a couple weeks to a month, and so they come out fairly easy. But even with just plain water and a little vinegar, everything came out, and that's just because with a bonnet cleaning machine, you can really get all that stuff pretty easily. So, I guess that's all for this video. So stay tuned for the next one. We appreciate you watching it too, and check the links and get more details on the sprayer. But anyway, until next time, thanks.